Hi Gemini, it is CJ from CJ Soul Messages. I will be doing your April reading. So welcome to my channel and welcome to April 2022. Amazing. We've hit springtime in the Northern Hemisphere. So exciting. All right, so this is going to be a general read for the month of April, obviously. It can apply to your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus, as well as anyone that is cross-watching. Remember to take only what fits, leave the rest behind. It may not be your reading, as you know, there's so many of us out there that it's never going to be everyone's reading. So if it resonates, awesome. If it doesn't, it just means it's not your reading. So let's begin. I'm going to open up with getting you a animal card, and then we'll move into the Moonology, and then we'll get into a 3-card spread. So that being said, let's start. Thank you so much also for all of your support on my channel. Please remember, if there is something that resonates or you like my style here, please remember to like it and subscribe, share. It helps me, and it also helps to get the message out to others that may need it. So, all right, let's begin. All right, for Gemini, the air sign for April 2022. What is going on for our Geminis? April 2022. Gemini 2022 for April. Let's get one card here. Keep going. Cards seem quite quiet today, Gemini. Stability. Sea turtle. Wow. Okay. So the sea turtle is all about that stability. It is a beautiful animal that lives obviously in the water, but also on land. So it is also indicating here that I'm picking up, Gemini, you may need to be a little bit more versatile in this month, meaning, you know, as a sea turtle adapts, can swim in the water, but also can live on land. There is an indication that you're going to need to be a bit adaptable. Adaptable in what? I don't know. This could be about relationships, could be about career, family, etc., money even. But this is also saying stability. Something about stability, whether you are seeking it or you have stability that you may be offering to someone else, or that you might just be really needing some kind of stability. And that can fit perfectly in with having to be a bit more adaptable in order to find some kind of secure land for you. And on the bottom of the deck, we have hair. Now, this came out, I believe, for Aries. This is about cycles. Now, as we get into the tarot, we'll see what message Spirit has for you a little bit more deeper. But cycles is obviously a cycle could be closing out for you, a new one beginning. This also can be, because it is about hairs, I'm going to pull the card out so we can leave it. It can also be something really growing quite fast, because the energy I pick up off of this card is the bunnies, the rabbits. And if you think about rabbits, they reproduce very, very often, as you can see why there's so many bunnies down here. So this could be indicating that something you are working on, something that you are focused on trying to grow, may be beginning this month of April, where it could even be offering you a greater sense of stability. So let's see. Let's begin, and let's get a Moonology card. But I like the energy I'm picking up so far in this reading for you. Feels change for sure, but I feel like it's going to be change that is going to leave you at the end of April feeling a lot more grounded if you haven't been, a lot more solid, like on almost solid foundation, but at the same time being able to be flexible enough to move through the motions and with it, meaning like water going with the flow, right? Now I know you're air, and so you are quite adaptable, Gemini. You know, you are represented by the Lover's card. You are quite able to do both. So this may be even increasing as you move through April. So let's see what Moonology has for you. For Gemini, April 2022. What else do you have for our Gemini? Beautiful air sign, April 2022. feel like these two want to come out, so we're going to take those. Step out of your comfort zone is on the bottom of the deck. Important here, that is all, it's a North Node. It is all about a karmatic tie. This can be a closing out of a karmatic cycle for some of you. But the two cards that came out is nothing is yet set in stone, which is actually a really beautiful energy to have. It is mutable moon, right? And then we have look at the big picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Something about a balance coming in here, something being... I just heard the word leveled, so I don't know what that is in reference to, at least not yet. But these three cards together, especially with the animal cards, Gemini, it feels like there's something that you're working on that you're not quite sure whether it's going to work or not. Well, there is an indication that it is going to work because nothing quite yet is set. Now, remember how I just was speaking about the sea turtle? And how the sea turtle lives on land and lives in the water, but is very adaptable to both situations, to both, like, you know, land and water. I feel like that is really just getting confirmed here with nothing is set in stone. There's something here asking you to be very flexible in the month of April. Something that is you're needing to be very flexible because there is some kind of a cycle that needs to be closed out, and it does feel like it is tied to some kind of karmic lesson, some kind of karmic, even a person, perhaps. But they are asking you to look at the big picture. So if you are standing a little bit too close to even an objective right now, you might not be able to see exactly where it's going, but there is this need for you to actually take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Look at everything that is around and try and see it as clearly as you possibly can. Sagittarius is, you know, it is the Temperance card here. And I don't know why, but I was really picking up on the Libra energy. So that's why I was talking about this balance here. Something being leveled. But Sagittarius is the Temperance card, so which is kind of close to Libra energy for me as an intuitive, because there is this need to stay centered. Even if everything is rocking and rolling around you, you remaining centered and grounded so that you're not really phased by the energy that is going around you. That's really what I'm picking up here. And that you are going to have to be comfortable with something that you may not normally be comfortable in, okay? With step out of your comfort zone. I'm going to pull that card so we have them as a reference before we get into the tarot. You know, we do have the new moon in Aries on April 1st, and that new moon is going to be really emphasizing for everyone a push to really start putting yourself first. You know, Aries is the first cardinal sign in the astrology. Aries is also about initiative and adventure and taking risks and being really kind of brave and almost brazen in going after what it is you want. So this may be something that you're going to be needing to push yourself a little bit harder in that direction, especially with them saying step out of your comfort zone here. Maybe there's something you really need to shed, maybe even a person that you're going to need to shed this month, or a mindset, something like that. It might not make you feel very comfortable, but remember to try and be adaptable and flexible. That's what I'm really picking up. And because nothing is really set yet, you still have a lot of ability to almost mold how you want your life to begin to go. If there's something you're wanting to change, there's still this room, oh my goodness, there's still this energy, Gemini, that you still can make all of these moves to change the trajectory of which way you're heading here. Let me get a glass of water. I'm very thirsty. Give me 1 second here. I don't know why I'm getting so dry in my mouth. Maybe that's what you're feeling. Maybe there's something that's making you nervous. Some people get dry mouths, sweaty palms, etc. Maybe there's something that is really you're not sure of, that you're feeling a little unease about. So keep in mind, try and be adaptable and flexible as you enter April. So let's get into the tarot and see what else is going on here. All right. let's begin. For Gemini, let's get 3 cards for April 2022. For Gemini, April 2022, please. Oh. What do we have? 5 of coins. Okay, so I feel like this is extra energy. Lately, Spirit has been giving me an extra card for energy. This is probably just where you're at right now. 5 of Pentacles is that feeling of just not feeling like you have enough, feeling even alone, feeling like maybe the pressure of the world is on your shoulders and your shoulders only. And it may be causing a bit of an anxiety for you, making you maybe even second guess yourself in the direction that you're heading in. Let's see, but we'll just keep that there as extra energy. 3 cards. Okay, that one definitely wanted to come up. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so you're working on something here. You're working on a new start, perhaps, because we get the Fool and then we get the King of Wands. Whatever this is revolving around for you, Gemini, wow, you got the Tower on the bottom. Whatever this is revolving around, you are trying to work at bringing something brand new in here, because you have the Fool and then you have the Tower. Powerful major arcanas. And when we get major arcanas, Gemini, that is more than, it's influencing more than just the day-to-day life things. These are big changes, big energy to work with, and even to have to accept, especially with the Tower coming in. So let's start getting into this a little bit more. So I'm going to talk about the Tower first because I'm being drawn to this. There is a shakeup that's going to be happening this month, and you're not the first sign. Don't get, if this scares you, don't get too freaked out about it. There is, let me just try and get my light on here. Give me 1 second here. I'm not sure why. It was like my light went off. Strange. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Hopefully. Okay. You're not the first sign that has been getting the Tower. This seems to be popping up quite a bit. So there is definitely some shakeup that's going on, even on a collective energy I'm feeling, which makes sense because we're in April and this is the start of the new astrological year. Some can even look at it like it's a brand new year beginning that starts in Aries season. But the Tower is coming up to really change your foundation, to really change everything that you've been working on. It could even be a relationship. It could be bringing an end to a relationship so that a new one can start that's going to be better for you. It could be indicating that there's a new career shift that's going to be changing for you so that you are going to get more stability in your life. It's going to be something like that here. And because the Tower is showing up and we do have the cycles, this is what I was feeling, is that there is something closing out here. And I do feel like it's almost like a karmic tie to someone. It doesn't have to be relationship, like love, romance kind of relationship, but I feel like there's something closing out here. But the Tower is coming in for the betterment of you. Excuse me. We do have the 10 of Pentacles underneath the Tower, indicating here that if you allow this Tower to fall and you allow this cycle to close out and you get out of your comfort zone and do what it is that you are working on, searching for, needing, wanting to bring into your world, if you allow that, there is this almost promise here that you're going to get the 10 of Coins eventually. Now let's start with the 3-card spread. We have the 3 of Coins. So I'm really feeling, Gemini, like you are working hard on something. This is the coin, so it's Pentacles. You could be working on building up your finances. You could be working on building, even a new home or a new place to live. Many different ways it can be applied in our everyday life here. But there is something you are dedicated on and you're working. You may be even having help from other people because the number 3 is showing up. And that often indicates that there's more than just you involved here. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. It's like you're working hard to almost release something from your past that has probably not made you feel very stable. Has probably made you feel even insecure in some way. But they want you to know that it is not too late for you to change this situation because nothing is set in stone and you're needing to look at the bigger picture. the whole bigger picture here. If there's something that you're needing to release, this is going to be the month to really release it. Because with the Tower and the Fool, which is this brand new beginning, that is powerful energy for you to be releasing what it is that isn't working for you. Because I'm feeling like something hasn't been working for you. As we dive a little bit deeper, we'll probably get a little bit more clarity here. But they're asking you to really step out of your comfort zone. If there's something that you've just settled for and it's just because you've felt like you may be, it might have brought some kind of security, but I actually feel like it's almost not real security. It's kind of like that make-believe security. If you can step out of the way you've been looking at it, and especially if you're not happy with it, and allow this cycle to close out, you have this new start coming. And I feel like that's what you've been working on. You're wanting this new start. You're wanting a brand new beginning in some avenue, but there's been something that is keeping you tied. When we talk about the North Node here, the step out of your comfort zone, when we're talking about that, with this being the karmatic tie to something or someone, it isn't always easy for that cycle to end. Sometimes we just don't have the knowledge of how to disconnect from it, how to cancel out the contract, even to put it that way. But I do feel that that is necessary. So if this is making sense to you, Gemini, and you know that there's a person or a situation that you feel you just can't seem to shake it, you can't seem to separate yourself from it, even if they're not even, if we're talking about a person, even if they're not directly in your life right now, but you still know that there's this connection, then it is, but you know that you need to somehow break away from it. You need to get very focused on demanding and acknowledging that this contract is nil and void, whatever that is. So if it's with a person, try and picture disconnecting and letting them know that, thank you, I've learned what I need to learn, and now I need to move on. So I am canceling this contract. It's nil and void. That's really, I'm picking up on that for some of you guys majorly, because this feeling of Five of Pentacles, it feels like it's not going to go away until this situation is dealt with. And until this is dealt with, you can't have this new start. The Fool showing up is saying that this is what is needed for you. This is the new beginning. This is after this Tower comes in. You have disconnected, cut off this karmic tie to something that probably was not for your highest good. Once you are able to do that, the Fool comes in. And it's like you get this renewed faith, this renewed energy to take a leap of faith in this new direction for you. And where does that lead you? Well, it looks like it leads you to somewhere pretty good, because we've got the King of Wands as the third card. Now, King of Wands, beautiful, beautiful energy. This is a fire. So this is our passions. This is our creations. This is our, it's our career even. And, you know, it can also represent love, because look, in love, there's usually passion involved. Hopefully there's passion involved. King of Wands has been so determined, he's made it to the top. He's now the king. This is an energy of being very much in your own power, being able to call the shots of what you want and what you don't want. It's being very stable, and very wise too. Like there's just some brilliancy that comes through the King of Wands, and there isn't really any wishy-washy energy with this energy at all. There isn't. This is he does, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, it's just the energy of the card. He knows what he wants. He goes after it. He doesn't second guess it. He believes in himself full-heartedly, and he is adaptable and he is flexible, coming back again to the sea turtle. So this is where the transition, I feel like it just feels like there's so much transition in April for most of the signs so far. Having some more water here, Gemini. Please be patient with me. Wow. Very, very thirsty. But there's something really changing here, and it's this karmic connection. This could lead back to many, many, many years ago when you would have become aware of it. And I don't know why they're giving that to me, but maybe that's to help whoever is needing this message connect a little bit more with that. But let's go further. I want to get some other cards. But again, we do have the Ten of Pentacles. This is possible. This is coming towards you when this cycle / tower ends, and you get to begin to build again, but in a whole new way, in a whole new light. Okay, let's continue. What else do we have for Gemini, for Aries 2020? Did I say Aries? Wow. For April 2022. Maybe some of you are dealing with an Aries. Maybe there's some, wow, okay. Maybe there's some karmic connection with an Aries. We have 2 of Pentacles. We have 4 of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck right now, we do have the Hierophant. So this could be indicating that some of you Gemini, this is involving some kind of a marriage or a commitment that you were in, you know. You may not be in it anymore, but this is just showing up to let me know that for some of you, it is about some contract that you were in, like marriage, really, because the Hierophant is about higher learning. It is about really connecting with your deeper wisdom, but it also is traditional in the sense of contracts that are like life-bound kind of contracts, as we think of as the marriage, right? Maybe not so much anymore, but, you know, traditionally speaking. Okay, so we have the 2 of Pentacles. So there is this choice, right? This is what I was picking up. It's like, are you going to stay in an energy or with an energy that doesn't really offer you true stability, but kind of makes you feel secure because you've known it for so long? You know, there's a choice. This is about juggling. And it's one that you can do for as long as you want, really. But because it is a 2, if you want growth and you want expansion in your life, in love or finances, etc., you do need to choose one or the other so that you can actually really start to allow things to grow here. If you're in a relationship, for example, Gemini, where you know that it isn't good for you and you know that you've just gotten comfortable with being in that relationship, not that it excites you, not that it's even great for you anymore, maybe you feel really alone, like I said, maybe you've got a lot of pressure on you, but you just are a little bit fearful to walk away from it, which is completely understandable here. If you don't make that choice, it's up to you, but if you don't make that choice, you're not going to be able to have this new start. You are feeling pretty stagnant here because the 4 of Cups has come up. And I'm really picking up that you are bored with this relationship, this job, this whatever it is. It's no longer fulfilling for you. And you're just it feels very much like you just don't know which direction to go in here. So you're just sitting there and you're not able to see, let me put my deck down for a second. You're not able to see that if you're able to make a choice here, there is a rainbow that is awaiting for you. Things don't have to be boring and stagnant and unstable. They can actually change, but it's going to take you making a decision here on what is going to be more important to you. And are you willing to allow this karmic cycle to end? Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, see, we've got the Hierophant. And I just wanted to see what was underneath before I shuffled. And we got the 10 of Cups. So at one point, if this is about a relationship, at one point, the relationship felt like this. Whether it was like this or it was just more of a hope of wanting it to be like this, it was at some point where you thought it was going to be. But look at the difference between the 4 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. I feel very much you're in the 4 of Cups now. 10 of Cups is not even around anymore. It's underneath. It almost feels like it's an illusion. Illusion. What is the word? Illusionment. I can't speak. What the heck's going on? Hopefully you get what I'm saying here. We do have the Tower again underneath. So the Tower showed up now twice in your reading. Something needs to come to a close for you. And I do feel like it is a relationship for the majority of you guys. Cycle needs to close. Perhaps it is just about changing things up, but I do get I just am feeling like something really needs to be ended here. I feel like you may be, Gemini, sitting in that position where you don't know what to do. You know you want to change something. You know you're not happy anymore. You know that this is not a fulfilling relationship anymore, but it's almost like you don't know the direction to go in. So it's really going to take a lot of your your strength, and you getting very, very much clear within yourself of what it is that you do want and what it is that you do not want. Okay. Let's see. Can we get 2 more cards here? What did I do with the other card? See, I'm almost feeling a little cloudy in my thinking because we had the 2 of Pentacles, but we also had the 4 of Cups, and I put that back in the deck. But okay, that's all right. 2 more cards, please. For Gemini, April 2022, please. I feel like this one. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And look, bottom of the deck, the Fool again. So I'm pulling that out. I know I said we had the 4 of Cups. Keep that in mind. But obviously it wasn't needed to come out. You already know, if this is relating to you, you know that that's where you've been feeling. You know that you are feeling very stuck, bored, and trapped almost. Determination now is underneath the Fool. If you want things to change, Gemini, and you want to have this new start, you want to have this new love, this new relationship, this new career, this new start in life, then it all comes down to you. It comes down to you actually making the choice, making that choice, being able to take a step back, see what isn't working for you, see the truth of the matter, looking at that bigger picture, as they say, full moon in Sagittarius, and knowing that you can change whatever you want, because they're telling you nothing is set in stone. There's nothing here that is indicating you got to stay in this for the rest of your life at all. You have the power here to change what you want to change. And if you so choose to allow this karmic cycle to close and allow the tower to fall, you are going to have a new start. And the Fool, which was under the deck, but then the Queen of Pentacles. Look at this. Look at how the Fool card is leaning into the Queen of Pentacles. That is potentially what you're going to have once this choice is made. Queen of Pentacles is a very grounded energy. That is our earth, right? And she's gone through a lot of shit in her life, and it's taken a lot of work for her to become the queen, but she is now confident in herself. She's comfortable in herself. Most importantly, she is stability. She has all the stability, just like the sea turtle. And she is very nurturing and giving to those that matter to her, but most importantly, she is able to give that to herself here. And I feel like that's a really important message that I got to give you, at least for some of you guys, to really be nurturing yourself. This is your life. How long do you want to stay in something that needs to be wrapped up? You know, karma isn't meant to stick around our entire life. We work through things if we are willing to. But we have to be willing to let it go as well and cut the connection, cut the contract, so that a new beginning, new cycle can happen. Look at, you've got 1, 2, 3 cards just about a new cycle, right? With the Hare and the 2 Fools. But then you also have the Tower, and you had the Tower before. So there's a lot of energy suggesting that this month is going to be a big one for you. We have 9 of Wands underneath. You know, this is, again, being very determined. Once you are able to see your way clearly of what it is you want in your life, use that determination that you have, Gemini. Use that ability to really push through and keep going after what it is you want, because you're very good at that. You know, you're a great communicator. And it is going to lead you onto the right path that is going to be working more for you, and that you are going to feel much, much more connected to yourself. We have the Queen of Wands underneath that too. And did I not just say you're going to need to use some strength and stuff? Yeah, because here's Leo's card. But Queen of Wands, beautiful, 2 queens now showing up. Queen of Wands, she is passion. She is excitement. She is up at first thing in the morning because she can't wait to get on moving on her day because she loves life so much. So this is what is waiting for you if you are wanting this to end, this cycle. Just trying to see if there's anything else they want me to speak of. I'm not really even getting anyone's energy either of as far as a sign. I mean, because we have earth signs, we have the wands. The only thing that we don't really have is we have the 4 of Cups. But, you know, we don't, do we have air here? We don't have any swords here. So, you know, this just feels like an actual life decision that you're going to have to make. I feel like for a lot of you, there is a need to set yourself free here. I'll see if there's anything else that wants to come out, but this feels pretty significant in changes as you move forward. Is there anything else, Spirit, for our Gemini for this reading of April 2022? Is there anything else that they should know? Okay, what is this? Yes, 6 of Wands, victory. This is what they want you to know. If you are able to make a choice here, and I hope that you're going to, if you know, if this is making sense to you, you are going to be victorious. 6 of Wands is about recognition. It is about being like you get victory here, a new beginning. Look at how proud he is, and look at how proud everyone is behind him of this work that he's put in at succeeding on making these changes, and also letting go of like this contract. This, I just keep getting contract. So again, for some of you guys, this could be a marriage that is ending, right? Or it needs to be completely ended. And if the marriage is over, perhaps there's still some kind of karmic tie you have to the other person that you're going to, you don't need the other person to do anything. It's about you really stating what you now want and putting that out into the universe and being very solid and strong, no wavering in that decision. That is what closes some karmic cycles here. And on the bottom of the deck, it is a King of Swords. So finally, you show up, King of Swords, in your own reading. Using that sword of truth to really get the clarity and the information that you're needing, to get your answers that you're needing. King of Swords does not mess around. He's very concise. He's very direct with his words, direct with his mind, his communications. And he knows what he wants and he makes it happen. There is no wishy-washy, balancing, juggling kind of energy with the King of Swords. So I really feel like Spirit is suggesting that that is what you're going to have to start to embody in April if you are wanting these changes to come through. Pretty powerful. Okay, I'm going to close this reading off for you, Gemini, with one card from Treasures from Tikashi. Really feeling this deck lately because it just always seems to sum up everything. So we'll see. But give me 1 second. So, you know, you got Sagittarius. I felt Libra, but there is no Libra here because that's another air sign of yours. But there's something you just need to change so that your life can start to feel much more enriched. I mean, when we look at the sea turtle, it's such a beautiful energy because it even has like a little child resting on its back, being safely, it's safely riding on the back of the sea turtle to land. So there's safety that is coming to you, but it's going to be real safety, real stability, not like what was, because I don't feel like that was real. I think it's just not, it's not the true stability. It's more of that comfortability kind of thing, comfortable of being uncomfortable and not knowing how to make a change. Okay, let's get one final card for Gemini for this reading. It is very beautiful if you are wanting a change here. There's a lot of support for you if you are wanting to make these changes, for sure. Okay, this one flipped right out here. Trust. You see what I mean with this deck? It's the energy of this deck, my connection to this deck. I just want to get these turned around. It is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, so this is what I'm going to read to you. Trust. No fear. Trust yourself, your knowing, your intuition, your wholeness. Move with certainty. Be sure of yourself. Now may be decision time. It is only fear that can hold you back now. When you know that there is no such thing as a wrong decision, you will trust yourself joyfully. It is time to trust in the process of growth. New beginnings here. Let go, allow, and flow. You might just enjoy it. You see what I mean, Gemini? Card sums up this entire reading. Don't let fear or comfortability of being uncomfortable keep you stuck. There is a change that needs to be made here, and it is time. Month of April is time for you, for whoever this is resonating with. And let's just see what's on the bottom of the deck. Consideration. Pay attention. Let nothing move past without your examination. Be reflective and do not make any hasty decisions. If you carefully look at what has brought you to this now moment, you will see how much of yourself deserves your loving consideration. Well, that goes with it too, because it's, again, what do you want out of your life? What are you hoping to have in your life? And you need to be considerate of that for you. Okay? And I did open this up saying, this new moon in Aries, it is about allowing ourselves to really put ourselves first. So keep that in mind if this resonates with you. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. I wish you a beautiful month, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much, and take great care of yourself.